I scanned him first, and then his wife, Christine.
Sorry, everybody, missed 38 minutes of scan, but hopefully my wife on her Facebook Live on her phone is able to take the full thing down. We'll be uploading it. We just got done doing this full quick scan, not in depth. If you wish to have in depth and are able to help us with sponsoring and so forth, then reach out to us and we can scan, balance, help protect your area. Brother Jeremy, we're scanning you. I had scanned you and your wife. Again, use that sublingually, build up the base, and then just place in water and drink the water that is inside the container outside of this, the container of your plasma or their silver. You place it inside and you drink that water so that you always have it. This stuff works through sympathetic reentrainment.
Yeah,
and
no need to pour
you can
it.
take a picture of your stuff, send it to us. We can do what we're doing, how we're scanning you. We can also program your stuff for you. And as you see in the video in our group, that this stuff kills it. VP882 kills it. It does not mutate it. It kills it. It's a bacterial microphage that eats those types of viruses. How you doing, Brother Quan? When I see your son, I'm going to send that stuff that you weren't able to pick up while you went to when you went to Arizona. Please, my brother.
Yes.
Remember when we were in men's group? It's stuff that we did, how you showed your grandmother how to use her mind to be able to do what she did as you did. This is that time, brother. This is why we met. That energetics that we shared, that you know how to do. Share that, my love. Share that, my brother. This is how we defeat these people. You understand? So, Brother Jeremy, as you were stating, your energy level is low. Out of 100, your where is that? Your vitality is 83.8.
85.5.
That's physical vitality.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's the overall vitality.
See, that's what I was reading on. I'm sorry, I'll let you go through because it's something I have an hour.
So for the physical vitality, 88.5 for Jeremy Marsh. Etheric vitality, 84. Emotional vitality, 80.5. Mental vitality, 78.9. Gave me an overall vitality of 79.5. And getting into, through the biofield system, into your chakra system, I'm going to scan for the crown center, 79.7. As if you have heard Jason's scan, which is done, I did a little briefing of each of the chakras there. But as you can see on the positive tunings, we would like for them to be closer to 80. Anything under 80, we should stimulate it, pay attention to, because anything...
You want it to be at 100.
Yeah, absolutely. Ideally, you would want them at 100, but I'm marketing to the threshold of 80 because anything under 80, we should focus on for him to achieve optimal well-being.
Thank you. I'm not in your head, baby.
So that's the crown center at 79.7. So it's requiring some attention just shy of 80. Optimally, we would want it at 100. So work on the crown center, focus on that, your center of spirituality, your connection with yourself.
So be it that you just started working with those tools, brother. Be childlike. As you've seen in the video with my wife being with the crystal, with the people, other people were doing with those crystals. Do that. You hear me say, work with it. And you'll see these levels go up. We can also send it to you on locality, as we will, and you guys will see a difference. I promise you. But I still, please, help us help you. We can't do this, and I hate the bait, but the only way we can keep operating with all this energy that we're using to make this stuff is we do have to pay the bills. Our town is on lockdown also.
So it follows the crown center is the sixth chakra, that is the third eye. So for the third eye,
remember everybody, we can do this for anyone. Send it to you. You don't have to be here. We're doing this just off of their names. Doing these scans. As you see in the videos, the operator and creator doesn't even understand you can do that. Jeff Harvey, rest in peace, who was military trained, never took or even explains that. My wife and I take it beyond that. You understand? We're good friends with Larry Bird. You can look him up. Larry Bird, not the basketball player, but Larry Bird, Bosnian Tinple.
we're on the sixth chakra, that is the third eye. So out of 100, it's giving us a rating of 67.9. This is your center of intuition, your inner knowledge, inner guidance. Brother, you need to trust more that which is presented to you from yourself and from the source, and follow through with that. It's going to help you a lot. Just in your own passage, and being able to help your wife, like you're saying, trusting yourself, not doubting yourself, building confidence in who you are. Also, the third eye is a center that it stimulates, and it's responsible of the endocrine system part of your pituitary gland. So there's about 9 different hormones that regulate the physical body that the third eye is responsible for. So if you could a little bit more of attention and focusing into stimulating in your meditation with the cubes that my husband has sent you when you drink your water, just a little bit more of conscious interaction with your third eye.
The crystals that I sent you, work with the crystals. I didn't send you cubes. Work with the crystals. They're not lab grown. They're from Mother Earth.
I know you sent him the Arkansas crystals. I thought you had also sent the plasmatized. So
the selenite pieces. Yes, they're not cubes.
In what shape? The pyramids? For
these.
Yeah, work with those. That's what I'm referring to. The plasmatized wax tools that my husband has sent you. So following the third eye comes the throat center. It's giving us a rating of 69.2 out of 100. We do, again, it's under 80, so we do want to pay attention to that. You want to...
Point these at me, and I'll show them. Point the phones at me, and I'll show them.
Okay.
So like you see in the video, point the phones at me. Both focus. Like what you see me do in the videos with people is you take them, you can either start at the root, and you come from this far out from the body, and you work yourself up, coming from the root to the sacral, to the solar plex, to the heart, to the throat, to the third eye, to your crown. You should be able to feel a difference in the energy flows. That which is less filling or filling a full between you and it, or the plasma vials, or a crystal that you have with you, with your shoes off, you will feel what is in tune, what is out. Do you understand? You can project with your mind, you will sense. Your body will take in what it needs. You will feel the kundalini and energetics and neg-entropics, your autonomous sensory meridian, the energy come into your body. Draw that in. Heal yourself. Because it's pointed, we can direct that energy. You will feel it go on your meridian lines so on and so forth. You'll feel it through your clothes. You'll feel electricity and so forth. Your body is dielectric, so if you're feeling electricity, that's an energy waveform. If you feel heat, you wish to make it to where you feel cool, so that your body is bringing in neg-entropics. Heat is a potentiation, which has a negative effect on the body. You wish to have coolness, which has a positive effect on the body. Again, you can start at the crown, come down to the third. Remember, there's more than 7, but just start at the 7, because you can reach higher in your head. Higher than your arm will go. If you go up higher and reach extend than what the bulk is, you'll feel yourself go up to the higher star, earth chakra, or earth root chakra, past where your feet are at, and anchor yourself, like you hear black belt masters and so forth talk about being able to sit in meditation and seeing themselves anchored with a chain to a mountain, not being able to be picked up. Root yourself. Thank you.
So we were at the throat center, like Ezekiel said. Use your tools to stimulate that center too. It's below 80. Your heart center, brother. Your heart center and the center of your chest is giving us a reading of 66.8. There's something emotionally disturbing. We're going to look further into it. Your center of self-worth, self-love, looking to your brought-up, the way that you think of yourself, the way that think of the people around you, how you connect with them, if you allow them to connect, if you allow yourself to connect with them. Solar plexus center is giving us a reading of 70.3 out of 100. This is your center of decision making, willpower, judging, circumstances, options, possibilities and probabilities into your life. Follow the sacral plexus, 64.2. Again, this is all of your sexual organs. This center is responsible of your adrenaline glands, cortisol production, emotional balance. A lot of our frustrations reside in our sacral chakra too. So look into your sacral center and how it's stimulated. For you too, brother, we offer, if you feel like you could benefit and if you accept the information that we're bringing to you by you, if you feel like you would like to get a balance done with all this information being sent to you through a witness of yourself, we'd be more than happy to send it to you, and later on in a month we can do another scan and show how these numbers have improved. Or weekly, that would be even better too, especially to catch up with, to create a base where, yeah, with all the stressors of the environment in these times, it would definitely be recommended to do it.
As you see in normal times in the videos that sharing with the creator of this states, and Jeff Harvey, world-renowned military trained person, you gotta balance every couple of days. Unless you have plasma and so forth, or something that keeps you there. That's why I make my plasma the way that I do. And beg people to stay on their fucking kata or their deen, on their rituals and meditations and working with this stuff.
And the last and not least of the chakra system is the root center, here, base center, giving us a reading of 64.9. And again, this is your center, your foundation, your grounding, your connection with Mother Earth, and your ability to let go and discharge and restore your energetic balance from the bottom up. This is another center that it it's responsible of the adrenal glands. So in these times of stress, and our root center may require a little bit more of attention too. This center is correlated with the element earth as well. So for any solids in the body, your circulatory system, and solids in the body, bones and muscles, it's ruled by these two. So that's another form of instability, having problem with the solids in your body. So we move, and I found a slightly aura disturbance. This is, as you can see, a negative tuning. So should be closer to 0 as it could be. And aura disturbance is giving us a reading of 32.4.
So that might be what you're talking about, of feeling something keeping you from completing what you're doing all week. Like I was saying, there's been stuff messing with me where I find just the craziness that you stated, brother, in the comments. It's showing up.
Yeah, this not necessarily has this been something permanent. As a disturbance is like something that is interfering for the time being, and then we're gonna talk about the aura shock, where there's been sort of like an injury done in the field of your auric field. So, and that creates other imbalances. But for the aura disturbances, for what Ezekiel could be referring to, negative influences, that plays a role too in what you guys were talking about, your observations rather, of feeling some sort of resistance there for you to achieve what you've been trying to achieve and connect in the manner that you've been trying to connect with yourself and what interests you, and ultimately what it's for your higher good. And there's a reason why there's negative influences trying to impede that. Aura shock at the last negative tuning, and it's giving us a reading of 23.3 out of 100. There's a mild aura shock, something that had really shaked your foundation, and you had not been able, a trauma that you had not been able to overcome yet. And last, for the biofield system, where I'm getting an overall auric reading of your auric field 68.3 over 100. And then I've looked into your
out of 100, brother, so you're not confused.
Out of 100. And then I looked into your meridians to see how the information of the chakras correlates to this other network energy system in your body. And I'm getting a slightly disturbance of your urinary bladder meridian. The energy system is not balanced and is not able to provide with the information that it needs for the bladder itself. So your bladder meridian, your kidney meridian, at 62.6 out of 100. So the elimination system, the filtration through the kidneys, and the pericardium meridian, that it's shown in the chakra, the heart chakra. For the pericardium meridian, what the pericardium is the sac that protects the outer layer of the heart, and basically acts as a modulator for emotions, the ups and downs of the daily, and any emotional traumas that it could have done in the past. This could be just brought on from childhood. It's for you, brother, to look into. We'll be happy to look into it further if you want to. And the last meridian is your stomach meridian. So kidney, urinary bladder, stomach meridian, all of that is lower chakra, so sacral chakra and root chakra, and then the heart chakra as well. And psychosomatic symptoms I had picked up for the heart, meaning you know, psychologically you have the ability to make yourself sick or throw your body out of balance.
Nocebo and placebo.
Yeah, the nocebo effect.
Bruce Lipton, Biology of Belief. Why, there's his videos and so forth in the channel. for people to understand.
For anybody feeling any sort of pain or discomfort in the heart area, it's just life, having a hard time coping with the process of life, understanding. Kidneys, discrimination, having
39.4. That is a negative tuning.
So yeah, this is a psychosomatic symptom that you may feel, and as a negative tuning, we want to have it closer to 0. So for the heart was 25.5. For the kidneys, of the feeling of discrimination, in some manner, it's been 39.4, and the intestines for assimilation, 35.
This means you're having leaky gut. You're not assimilating your food properly, while you're having the issue of tiredness and so forth, brother.
And like we've been talking in the previous reading, all of these correlate with the subtle bodies as well. So if you're feeling, of if your body is behaving in this manner, and it's emulating basically what's happening in the mental plane, emotional plane, and so on. So just a simulation of new ideas, breaking with old paradigms, things that you have accepted in your life and are no longer serving you, but we hold on to them, and bringing in new ideas into your life that would serve your higher good. I had also scanned the digestive system, gastrointestinal system, for the stomach imbalances, since it had presented in the meridian, the stomach meridian. So I picked up an intrinsic data field of constriction in the stomach of 35.2 as a negative tuning, insufficient hydrochloric acid production of 41.5, possible ulcers in the stomach of 41.9, gastric ulcer 42.8, heartburn 42.7, tension, that's a positive tuning, and it's giving us a reading of 40.6.
Reovirus.
As a stomach imbalance to reovirus
78.84, which means you only have a 11.6 reading of it not being a probability that you have that in this plane construct in time. I mean, you're embodying that. It can be knocked out, as you see in videos and so forth on upeople and Facebook, of me helping my patient Zero, which is my mother, that misdiagnosed when I was 12 with HIV. Sarcoidosis runs in our lineage from our Azorian background. I'm only a 4th generation American on that side.
And for the bladder, had taken us to urogenital system and urinary system elimination, the sensation of fullness in the urinary bladder.
Why she had stated earlier when this started with Brother Jason's, that it's interesting that another person with urinary bladder, like her father and you, Jeremy.
So if you could give us any feedback, if do you feel any fullness and sensation of fullness in your bladder, having a hard time urinating, any sensation of burning when urinating? That's a negative tuning, the burning on urination, and it's giving us a reading of 40.9. That seems predominant in these construct. There's a high probability of an infection too in the bladder of 51.9 out of 100. We would like that to be at 0. So being that it's presenting at 51.9, I would recommend you to look into that. And, like I was mentioning before, there's a correlation of the infectious subtle energies and the heart. So if we have weakened our thymus gland and let down our defenses and guards on a spiritual level and mental level, then we're more propense our physical body to get an infection and being infected and taken over.
Why the Keshe Foundation's made their own money on World War government. Why on the 12th of motherfucking this month they raised their own flag, said they took over Iranian government. Dude infected the Pope on purpose. You hear his rhetoric stating that all people that believe in fucking God and shit like that or anything unseen are retarded, but in the same breath states he's a messiah because the filter of the man, that's what's coming from his soul. The next day you got the Lemmings posting Coronababys and some more shit. Okay? People, this is a spiritual war. This is the sick ass people. This brain is being eaten. This dude has a messiah complex. And the world's following him. He killed off enough people like I described, where they're going to think they're healing. As you see with me talking to my friend who's an accredited scientist. I get her to wake up. You understand? These people are they're trying to use it as fuel. Fuck you with that. And to be hosts for some fucking shit. And destroy our religion, our way of life, and infect us with some fucking jinns and ends and harvest your soul energy. Send up Starlink, block it where you can't do anything. I've been hacking their shit and blocking them. That's why they knocked me down on the 13th, because what was Starlink supposed to do?
Following with the bladder, I was reading about the infection. There's a mild probability of there being acidic deposits in the bladder. That's the burning of sensation of urination, those crystals that form from just the kidneys also not filtrating the toxins out of the body and then having a hard time eliminating them. Urogenital infection, 51.6 as a negative tuning. Poisons, toxin producing, I believe that one came, it's 43.7, but I believe that one came from toxins and poisons. So this is a completely different program. Once I had gone out from the bladder program, toxins and poisons. So producing toxins. And then I asked what would be the cause of it, and it was water. For him and his wife, for both of them, what it came was that it was their water. Water. And then it says toxins and poisons, and it says shellfish, and then detoxification. And then you see how it's sodium thiosulfate is suggested for them. And that's what, when you put Shanghai, that's a mineral, like a supplement that we're supposed to be producing ourselves for dechlorifying our, well, I'm just explaining. Brother. And this is a mineral that you get when you filter your water with Shanghai, or when you put Shanghai into your water.
The black crystals I sent you, the type 1 carbon is what it's called.
Yeah, type 1 carbon. I was thinking, see if there's high calcium content in their water and chloride content in their water. what type of water they're drinking. And then the Helleborus flower essence, when I looked it up, that was suggested for your psychological system, and it said that it's beneficial for breaking with all patterns and structures that in life and new beginnings. So you might want to look into the psychological aspect of the bladder, the kidneys, and the small intestine, assimilation of ideas, and the function of the small intestine itself, the assimilation function, and in this case what's suggested for you is the Helleborus, the black Helleborus, or you can find it under Helleborus niger. That's a flower essence, liquid consciousness, the spirit of that flower, and I believe this was in the viral. So, viral subtle energies program, inflammatory enteroviral viruses. This is like a family of inflammatory viruses. And we picked up enteroviral disorders and what it would be suggested for
Sorry,
you.
brother, I gotta stop on my phone and upload. Hopefully her phone's able to do it, or we have the full